5 harsh truths about content creation that no one will tell you about. First of all, don't mind me recording this video outside because the weather is fucking nice. So I'm gonna record outside today, and with this we have a little bit of a different setup, but I hope you can hear me. I have the mic plugged in and all of that, so that should be good. Just a quick disclaimer before you watch through this. This video is going to be unedited, as you might be able to see, right? There's not going to be any fancy edits in this video. This video is purely for education, not entertainment. So if you're trying to get entertained, watch some other video. If you're trying to get educated, watch this video. I'm going to go through the 5 harsh truths that no one will tell you in this online space, because look, many people will make it seem like they know everything about content creation. First of all, I'm trying to distance myself from that. I don't know everything about content creation. But I know from my experience, from the 2 years that I've been creating content, from the 200 plus posts that I have created, which span from everything like a long form YouTube video like this, which is unedited, to a long form YouTube video, which is edited, to reels that are unedited, to reels that are edited, to carousel posts, everything like that. And I've seen what works, what doesn't work for me, what's getting me growth, and what isn't. Mainly also, I've gotten over the anxiety of people finding my videos. I was anxious as fuck about that a long time ago. I've gotten over that anxiety. I'm now creating content with confidence, and I am building a business that actually has purpose. So with that being said, let's get into it. First of all, the first harsh truth that no one will tell you about, or maybe you heard it, but no one will actually go deep into this, is that no one actually cares. And I mean that in a good sense and in a bad sense. So let me explain. First of all, in a good sense, what does it mean when people don't care? It means that you can live out your creative dream without caring about anybody else. Because if you even see someone making fun of you, 10 minutes later, they got their own problem. You walk through the city, maybe trying to record a video, maybe you're vlogging something, for example. A guy walks past you, or a woman, doesn't matter. That person who walks past you, maybe she or he thinks, man, that guy's weird. Why is he recording a video? 15 seconds later, they get a call from their boss saying that they've like messed up some sort of spreadsheet or whatever they're doing in their fuck-ass 9-to-5 job. Like, bro, people have their own problems, and that's something you gotta realize. Like, they don't really care about you. Even if they do talk behind your back, they have their own problems, and you're not that important that they're gonna talk about your cringy videos all day long. That's not gonna happen. In the bad sense though, or let me emphasize this, bad sense, no one caring about you also means that you gotta make them care in some sort of way. How do I mean this? When people see your videos, they're not gonna just watch them because they wanna like support a small creator. That rarely happens. They watch it either for entertainment, inspiration, motivation, or education. Mostly it's entertainment, but even when it's education, or specifically if it's education, and that's the sort of brand that I'm sort of trying to build, and I'm trying to teach others how to start creating that, right? I'm trying to show others how to start a brand, how to start, right? Because I've gotten over that point. But especially if you're doing like educational videos, show people why they should listen to you. Tell them why they should listen to you. If you're talking about online coaching, right? Maybe you have a great physique and you're trying to do online coaching, but you're trying to get the attention, right? You want people to know that you're knowledgeable in your field. What do? Maybe record a video shirtless so people can see your physique. If you're making a video about business, in the first couple of seconds of your video, you should have already mentioned why they should listen to you. Go back to the beginning of this video. Look at how I implemented myself talking about my experience with content. I'm showing my expertise, and that's something you have to do as well if you're trying to make people care about your knowledge. They don't care if your videos are cringe because they have their own problems, but they are going to care if they actually want to buy from you. They are going to care about your knowledge. And that's what you got to realize. Show your expertise every single time in the first couple of seconds, because people don't know who you are. You're a stranger. Point number 2 is that views don't equal views. One view can be different from another. 1 million views might be worse for you overall than 10,000 views. And why is that? We've all been indoctrinated with this sort of mindset that YouTube and like Instagram Reels and all of that, it's all about CTR and like getting the most amount of views and all of that, like making people watch until the end. And that's sort of true, but it mainly applies if you're doing entertainment content. We're trying to do education. entertainment, education, two different things. Obviously, you can mix education with a little bit of entertainment, but in the end, your brand should either represent education or entertainment. One of those two. And the thing is, with the sort of flashy edits that you always see in those Mr. Beast videos, right? Those don't really work on educational stuff. Why do people watch educational stuff? To learn something, to change their situation. Why do people watch entertainment? To pass time. And those are not the same people. And I'm going to make a big guess right here. You're probably not trying to attract 8-year-olds, right? If you want to make this a business, you're probably not trying to attract 8-year-olds. What is Mr. Beast doing? He's selling Feastables. He's selling toys. He's selling like, what does he also sell? That Lunchly, right? He's selling things for kids. And he's making hella bread with that. Like, I'm not saying to not go the Mr. Beast route or something like that. But if you're not planning to sell toys and little like stupid chocolate things, if you're trying to sell change, don't make entertainment content. Tag. Neighbor just walked by. But anyway, we're going to continue. So what I'm trying to say here, and a big point that I always say to my students as well, like, don't sacrifice your brand for going viral. That's the worst thing you could do. Because if you're trying to make a meme about something, you're trying to go viral, you're trying to get those views, you're trying to get those likes, you're trying to get those follows, you'll do anything for it. But that's not the right way to go about it. Because like I said, view isn't view. It doesn't equal the same thing. One view can be different from the other. So if you're making a meme and it gets 3 million views, it pops off. What do you think, what kind of audience would watch that? People who are trying to get educated? People who are trying to buy some sort of online course or some sort of online mentorship to help them get further ahead in life? People who are looking for change? No, it's the people who just want to get entertained. So don't sacrifice your brand by making a video that isn't about the thing that you actually help people with. If I'm making content showing beginners how to start content creation, I'm not going to post a video that is about how to build a six-pack, or even better example, a meme about six-packs or something like that. I'm not going to make videos of me partying or making tips on some stupid BS that maybe is going to get me viral, something that is trendy right now, but in the end people are just going to watch it because of the trend, because it's funny, not because they actually want to sort of get connected with you and like build a relationship and maybe even someday buy your program or whatever you have for sale, right? There's this one business guru who popped off like a couple of years ago, and he popped off for the wrong reason. He made obvious controversial videos which were so controversial that like you could not hesitate but just leave a hate comment or something like that. Like, I didn't leave hate comments obviously, but this guy ruined his brand without even knowing it. He was trying to be the new Andrew Tate, right? It was like this skinny business guy who was talking about, yeah, I'm gonna steal your girl because I got a McLaren, and man, you don't need the gym because in the end I'm just gonna steal your girl because like I got the money, I got the cash, look at my McLaren, look at my whatever, my biceps that doesn't exist, you know? And he was just trying to make people mad. It was rage bait, like complete rage bait. And now I see some of his videos, I see them pop up again, but he's making educational content now. He's changed his sort of brand. What do you think my thoughts are on him right now? I wouldn't buy shit from him. Even if I saw a great educational video from him, showing that he has expertise, showing that he is knowledgeable in his field, I wouldn't want to buy from him personally. Because in my eyes, he has ruined his brand with his videos he's done before, and he's just done them to get attention, to get people to him. And now, when he's actually trying to do educational content that converts, most people are saying, nah, fuck off. And I don't want you to fall into that trap. So keep that in mind. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, I would really, really appreciate a like and a subscribe. Turn on the notifications, whatever you gotta do, because you know, on YouTube you always gotta remind the people. If you want to see more educational content just like this, and you want it to actually pop up on your page, just hit that subscribe button. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you. Point number 3 is that your first video is gonna be bad. And there's no way around it. Let me tell you why. If you plan on creating content, wouldn't you say that it makes sense that your videos get better over time? Over time, you're gonna learn and learn and learn, and your videos are gonna get better. So why wouldn't your first video be the worst one? Your first video is gonna be bad. And I made that experience myself. Like, I was sort of trying to make the first video perfect, or trying to make it like not cringe, but it is going to be cringe because it's your first video, and that's a fact you gotta accept. That's the truth. Look at your favorite YouTuber. Their first video was probably really bad. If you see it and it wasn't, They probably took the real first video down because they didn't want people to see it. And I'm not lying, bro. My first video was terrible. Your first video will be terrible. Everyone's first video will be terrible. Why wouldn't it be terrible? But that gives you freedom. So step into that terribleness, step into that cringe, because in the end you can always improve your videos once you post that first one. But if you never post that first one, you can't ever improve. And there's also a really cool study. There were 2 groups who were given the same assignment: make the best vase possible. One group was told to make 1 vase every single day, and the other group was told they have 30 days to make the perfect vase. Both of them had the same time span, right? Like 30 days. But which group do you think in the end made the best vase? The one who made a vase every single day. Not the one who was trying to make it perfect. The one who made it every day. Because they got feedback. That's the big word here. Feedback. They made one the first day. They saw that the base wasn't good enough. So the next day they improved that. Next day their mixture was too watery. So they needed to fix that. And until the end, they improved something every single time until their vase was better than the one group who was trying to make the perfect vase in 30 days. So remember that when you're trying to go about content. Point number 4, and this one is a little bit unfortunate, but expect hate. It is gonna come. It is part of the journey. And there are still idiots out there. There's never gonna be a world without idiots. And you gotta just come clean with that. And again, step into it. And there's one cool quote that I always like to listen to. It goes like, if you're not getting hate, you're doing something wrong. That just means if you're not getting hate in this social media space, people don't even see you. Because if people would see you, there would be a percentage of them who were trying to hate on you. And that's just a fact. People are gonna hate, it is gonna happen. But what you gotta do is ignore the hate comments, specifically when they come from people who aren't your target audience, and just look at the real critique, at the real advice that you get from people that are in your target audience. So let's differentiate critique from hate. When someone from your target audience says, hey, I actually liked the video, but you know, the text in the top, it was too small, I couldn't really read it, like maybe you could position it better the next time. That's critique. Hate comment would be something like, you're cringe, bro, put the fries in the back. Something like that. Making fun of you. That's hate. Like no real critique, but only hate. And that often just comes from the people who aren't even in your real target audience. So fuck them. Fuck them. Got it? Okay. And now to number 5 is the unpredictability of social media. That's also a harsh truth that many people will try to hide. These social media gurus will want to make it seem like there's one right way to create a video. You gotta use this type of hook. Then you gotta tell a story. Then you gotta give advice. Then you gotta show proof. Then you gotta make a call to action. But no, there's not only one way. Social media is unpredictable as fuck, and many people don't like to admit it. But it is a harsh truth that you gotta know. Because let me tell you something. My best performing video on IG and YouTube was both times a video that I didn't expect at all to get views or likes. Let me give you a story time. On IG, my best performing video, for my personal size of my audience, this video got a bunch of likes. And guess what that video was? It was literally just me looking into a camera, like staring into the lens with text above me. You wanna know how that video was created? I was on a field trip, like with my classmates and all of that, and I was trying to still keep up my daily posting, right? So I did some bullshit throughout the day. I did some fucking like going to the museum throughout the day. In the night, like we made some food and we goofed around. And then round about at midnight, I came to the realization that I still need to post something for today. So I got a video, an old video, put a text above it, posted it. Next day, it got traction. And it just took me 10 minutes to make that one video. My best performing YouTube video was one where I literally just turn on the camera and talk to the camera without any real bullet points and just some words for 40 minutes. The title was 40 minutes of pure business yapping by a 17-year-old entrepreneur. That was the title. I never would have expected that to go viral. Or it didn't go viral, right? But it got a bunch of views. And that's what you gotta realize. Like, social media is so unpredictable, but it makes it like a gamble. That's what's fun about it. You gotta be kind of delusional with this game. You always gotta think, okay, the next one's gonna pop off, the next one's gonna pop off. I don't know if this one's gonna pop off, but the next one will probably be. And then there's also depression phases. It's like a roller coaster. Depression phases where you spend 6 hours on a reel. I did that like 2 days ago. Spent 6 hours on a reel that I really liked, that I could see like popping off, getting like 1 million views. Guess how many views that video got? 500. And it got 8 likes. What did I do wrong? To be honest, I don't know. That's the unpredictability of social media. But one thing I do know is that if you don't stop trying, there is going to be one video that is going to change your life. And the thing is, for example, with my students that I have in my Content Creator Academy, right, in my Contentpreneur Academy, there's one student who literally just gave content creation a shot, and on his first ever reel, guess how many views he got? 3.8 million. And that's what happens when you take the chance. When you take the chance to actually put your story out there, to actually show yourself online. So with that being said, if you want to start creating content, I have two options for you. First of all, I have a free 5-day content accelerator. You can scroll down, go right there, fill out the form and get it. It's 5 videos. First one covers mission, second one covers how to set up your profiles, and the other 3 are about videos. So showing you exactly what videos you can make in the beginning, walking you through it step by step. It's idiot proof. Any idiot can take action on it. It's that simple. And option number 2 is working with me one-on-one in my Contentpreneur Academy. Meaning, you can join my Contentpreneur Academy. I'm trying to make this affordable for anyone. That's why I have payment plans and all of that set up. And you will literally have me at your disposal 24/7 over text. We will have 2 calls a week. We will optimize your videos. We will get you started with content creation, get your message out there and improve your content. And most important of all, make you skip all of the mistakes that I made when I was getting started. If you see that my client Seth got 3.8 million views on his first ever video, what do you think is possible for you? He never made content before that. What do you think is possible for you? So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all of that stuff. So if you want to see more valuable content just like that, go down, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you.